I don't know what my login is, so not right now at least. Oh shit! I didn't turn it off. Okay, guys, it's off. Okay. Let's whatever, man. Hello. Okay. Screen. Game. Sorry that I don't know how long it was at 0, but just dealing with some physical pain. And again, every time I start these things, it's dead silent in the house and it drives me freaking nuts. So it's very frustrating. But save Cassie, that's the plan. Just waiting to see if sound ever comes back. We're in the house. Literally anytime. Whatever, I guess. Annoying, but we're gonna go save Cassie. Make sure I switch my screen first though. Which is this one. Right? Yeah. Some stuff out of the way. Man, it's still showing my wall. That's better. Yeah, it looks good. I think. Yeah, I think it's good. Oh, here's fine. I think everything's running correctly. Let me just check the stream health thingy. Make sure everything's actually running. 57. And where are you? And it says excellent, but doesn't give me a number, but it says excellent, so I'll take it. All right, let's go. I'm sorry if I'm quieter because the mic's farther from my face than usual. Still completely dead quiet in here, and it drives me freaking nuts. It's fine. It's fine. So conscious. Off to save Cassie. Just tab to do stuff. Alt. What time is over here? Oh, everybody's hurt. Well, if I can't win, then I'll just go back to the ship and recoup, but I'm gonna try it with the wounds because that seems more fair. Turn on. Can't go up for some reason. Go. And they sound good.
The pale figure with unnaturally long limbs covers her face with her hands, which are deformed with talon-like nails. Her deathly pale face is coated with blood that continually streams from her scarlet-misted eyes. Her spiny gills, slightly hidden under her disheveled hair, twitch nervously at your approach. Only now do you notice the third eye on the young woman's forehead, hidden by a jeweled ornament. And when your eyes meet, you sense
oh, the AC just came on. It feels awesome.
Power.
Right in my face. Right from the ceiling. Feels great.
You are enveloped in despairing grief.
Just if you were curious.
Hand closes around your throat, cutting off your breath. Your limbs seem to fill with lead. Your heart hammers in your chest, and the desire to turn and flee from this room, from this station, almost gets the better of you. At the last moment, you master your emotions and your will pushes back against the illusion, forcing it to retreat. Idira emits something between a moan and a drawn-out whimper.
Ow ow ow. As if my own little pals weren't bad enough, now this one's barging into my head. Somebody stop her. Heresy.
Argenta looks at the tall figure with a strange mixture of anger and sadness. Then she lowers her head, and her white hair veils her face.
Overcome the crushing despair.
direct all your attention inward, to your heart, currently shackled by another's suffering. Under the gaze of your burning inner eye, the despair and pain begin to dwindle. The darkness in your soul dissipates, the lump in your throat shrinks, and you discover that you are standing in front of a bizarre creature, a young woman whose tears you seem to have dried along with your own. She wearily shakes her head and lets out a drawn-out sound similar to both a sob and the howl of a small wounded animal.
What is happening? Was someone calling my name? Are all the betrayers dead already? And you, who are you?
Yeah, there should not be a fight because I killed the people already. The actual, at least I'm pretty sure, are the betrayer people versus her people. So should be fine.
Unease settles over her features and she nods cautiously.
Pardon my manners, Anastia. I did not expect to make such a gracious acquaintance in such a time of great sorrow for our house. What is this? I feel faint.
The heavy-set old man, who has been kneeling nearby, erupts into low sobs. His eyes, swollen from crying, dart desperately around the room, as though the veil of ignorance has just been ripped away from them.
The child, Lady Kasha, where are you? Sacred child. Throne preserved.
Despite his venerable age,
You.
the old man shifts, revealing his face to you. It is threaded with jet-black veins, and his bulging, milky eyes bear a striking
A dead
resemblance to
fish.
those of a dead fish. A sickly sweet scent assaults your nostrils, as if the old man's flesh is rotting inside his decaying husk.
My eyes fail me, for they are unable to make you out as either enemy or ally. I'm warning you, one wrong move will bring the wrath of House Orselio down upon your head. Watch out, Lord Captain. This one's so deranged it's making the Whisper shriek like crazy. He might just open that eye of his. Threatening the head of the dynasty is a grave offense, esteemed, whoever you are.
Abelard places a hand on his weapon.
You forced your way onto a closed station and slew one of its keepers. Felix may have been a traitor, but he was also a navigator of House Orselio. And now you are attempting to threaten me as well?
The old man tilts his head, looking at you mistrustfully.
While your name and intentions remain unknown to me, I will continue to view you as a threat. And I will not tremble in fear before you either. Her ladyship rogue trader Anastia von Valancius, heir to the greatest protectorate in the Coronis expanse and bearer of the sacred warrant of trade, extends her greetings. Another rogue trader in our corner of the galaxy? How interesting. Your kind always make an appearance in desperate times, ready to cut a deal that benefits one side alone. Then what brings such an important personage to a station of House Orselio, one of the greatest houses of the Navi's nobilite? And what do you want from me? Speak. Felix is my wayward student. He came to Urakbi as a callow youth. I personally mentored him and entrusted him with the care of the child. He was like a son to me, but he proved to be just another traitor. He sought to steal our most precious treasure, the heir of our house, our sacred child. To revel in power with others like him, casting our house into the abyss. To pervert the centuries-long traditions of our family. You can see the fruits of his villainy for yourself. He decided he was not bound by his duties to the legacy of the greatest of our novitors, Tisiphone Orselio, who led our house to prosperity for countless years. Foolish boy, the renegades clouded his mind. They sought to seize control of the dynasty before the sacred child had come of age and taken up the novitor's throne.
Theobald sighs heavily.
And still, I do mourn Felix passing. The lad was a talented navigator, one of the best. Today House Orselio has lost yet another eye. Defending myself before strangers, I never thought I would fall so low.
The old man looks at the unmoving Kasha and shakes his head in resignation.
If the child's life were not at stake, very well, I have no choice. For proof of my innocence, I can give you my word as a member of the Navi's nobilite, if the honest word of an honorable man counts for anything with you. I guarded the station against calamity and incursions from without to the best of my ability. I forced the wardens to strictly observe security protocols, I personally selected every servant, and I faithfully protected the child during the coup.
How could you lose control of your own station?
Theobald frowns.
Curse. You do not understand the sacred gift given to our child. When the child is sad, we all weep. When the child smiles, we all laugh giddily. And if the child wants blood, the world turns crimson. The child's will is the will of the great Disiphone, for she is the heir of House Orselio. And they call me dangerous with my witchcraft.
Idira mutters under her breath.
Do not thrust my errors in my face. I am twice your age, and twice as wise. Take my advice, trust no one but yourself and the Emperor. Even those closest to you will betray you for gold, power, or a far-fetched idea of a bright future. Then you have come here for nothing. Urakbi is an observation station. We do not make contracts and we do not supply navigators. I must tell you plainly.
The old man winces in pain, but you do not see any wounds on his body.
You have chosen a most inconvenient time for recruitment negotiations.
Fair. That's fair.
Where have I heard that before? That's it, Master Felix was babbling something similar, or did I imagine that? Was it just one of the possible outcomes that I foresaw? AHH, my head is killing me. Rash words that will cost you your life.
The old navigator balls his fist, the veins on his arm bulge black, and his third eye opens.
To me, defenders of the child. Duty calls us now.
Everybody's got to have a good time. Things happen. Protect the child from enemies. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2 behind. 3 behind. Big guy, 3 front. Okay. Can't get in either corner. Oh, is that guy right there too? Yep. So Adira should probably move. Which is surrounded. Here. Blard. Oh, that was me. My bad. Magenta. Alright. Oh, he's gonna hit us all with a wave. Vision's a trap. Oof.
Moving out. Death to the heretic! Follow my lead.
Oof.
My faith strengthens me.
Oof.
Weapon at the ready.
She got another injury already. Jeez. Threshold on Ferris. Oh, she dead. She dead already. Jeez. So can you use this twice? Because I thought I didn't slash ability with one charge. Slash ability with one charge just for this round. Slash cannot be used in the same round as charge. Yeah, but I thought you could use this more than once. It's program can be applied only once per target round. Yeah, but you can apply it to multiple people, I believe. So I could go boom, boom. I believe. If not, I can still hit them all from there. And slice. Good job. Cleave. Oh, you can only do it once. Wow, I thought you could do it back to back to back as long as it was a different character. What do I know?
I must not falter.
Follow my lead. Stay vigilant.
Nice.
Break their morale.
Could have been worse. 26, 26, 35, 58, 15, 133. So we really want to get rid of these guys first. 26 doesn't even seem likely that I'll get rid of them. Or or just walk. Little baby steps. Oh, I could have flamed him. What am I? Oh. Yeah, if I got here, I could have flamed all three of them. Dang. Forgot you had a flamer. First fire. Fair enough. Why can't she burst? Use again, but I just did the. It definitely. Maybe one kind of because of one of her injuries. Oh, her action point is reduced by 1, and that shows she doesn't have an action point to do it. Got it. And she missed. Fantastic. All right. I should probably go up here and get these guys. Because I can probably get multiple kills out of that. So let's do Biomancer for the damage. Cleave with the big one. These two guys. And then I get another jump. Which I can do that and get another jump. If I kill him. Oh, I forgot I had that. Bam. 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 Perfect. Now I apply this. Me, but then jump. Hit both. Oh, Cassie's in the way. Dang it. Whatever. Whoop. Boom. Okay, bonus attack. On this guy. Very nice. And then jump over to this guy. Oh, you punk. Still, that was good. Good turnout for that turn. Ooh. Oh, Argenta, don't die. She shoots through the thing. A blood. He can't really do anything. We'll fight this guy, I guess. So charge into him. A slice. A slice. Dang it. Bing.
Follow my lead.
I put Argent on the wrong side of that thing, that's for sure.
Weapon at the ready.
Ooh. Let's go back around, I think. Let's see. 38 and 30. Okay, one down. Oh, my voice is getting picked up. Okay, it looks like it's getting picked up just fine, so. Yeah. Oh, he's almost dead. My turn. This on him. Yeah, I can do both, so slap. And like 3 or 4 slaps. He's still got a lot of health though, either way. Ah, rude. Yeah, he'll definitely outdo damage me. Considering I have like 32 health and he has 133.
Follow my lead.
Nice. Oh, really? Darn. I guess we go after these guys. You then charge him. No, darn. So, what's the best play here? I don't think he can slash him because he's in the corner. Oh my god, that hurts. Sorry. I can move my leg, but I'm stuck. Ah. Because if I don't kill these guys, Argento's gonna die. Let's go here. Brace for impact. Endure. Zero. Seems right.
Stay vigilant.
Oh, he shot at me. Rude. Neither of them are. Maybe she should go up and help instead. Yeah, let's do that. Send her up to help. Crap, I did it wrong. Oh. I think it might still affect, but good shot. Good, it still worked. Oh, come on. Ooh, I just got healed for some reason. Why'd I get healed? Biophysical distortion deals 2 toxic damage to Theobald Arcelio. Dodge. Okay, so he... But still, I got healed. Huh. Single shot, he... Then she missed. Biophysical distortion. That must be one of my abilities. I mean, it is, but... Must have a healing property I'm not aware of. Let's give this to Avalon. Bing. Slap him. And slap him a bunch. Son of a... Son of a... Come on, man. Oh, yeah, I'm at half already.
Follow my lead.
What the heck was that? So there's like a scratching sound like right outside. It was weird. But like across gravel. Alright, so that guy maybe? Is he close enough? Nice, that works. Oosh. Get him. Ow, so close. Okay. Yeah, move, sucker, get killed. Perfect. Argenta, shoot this guy. Screw it, do that. Oh, that was like nothing. See, I got healed. See the little bit of health? I don't know what that's about, but beneficial, I guess. Dude, come on, bro. There we go. Okay, at least I got all those. He's gonna blow me up. Oof, I can only survive one more of those, so I'll have Argenta heal this time. That's what I'll do. Goes all over there and here. Nope. I mean, whatever. It works. So let's get somewhere where he can shoot him at least. Oh, it takes 2. Darn. Never mind. Go right. How far does she have to be? Yeah, like right next to her, I believe. Heal. Shoot. Why didn't I move back first? Stupid. I can still move back, but I'm not into an actual defensive position, apparently. Oh. Oh. All the health. Slap. 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 Darn it. Still, though, this class is working out decent. Okay. Sure. Alright, almost there. Genta, shoot this guy in the face. Oh, he's got 1 health. Oh, 10%, dang it. That was a waste. I didn't see the 10%. Oh, he popped. Awesome. He popped like a zit.
I must not falter.
Slap. Dun 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 dun. Michael Myers stuff right there. Goodbye.
Theobald!
Sorry.
Don't leave me alone in this violet brown haze.
Maybe you shouldn't have been a dick.
Up. Your mistress is giving you an order. Do you hear me? What have you done?
What need have I for your regrets? I just want things to go back to the way they were before. What are you going to do to me?
Or sign a contract you will undertake to serve as my navigator until I release you from this obligation.
I beg your pardon, but what about my servants? Your Act 5 is still full of people loyal to House Orselio.
All who can be saved will be given succor upon board ship.
As a lady navigator of House Orselio, I accept your gracious offer of protection. Please, take me to your vessel. I can no longer bear the pain of this place.
I'll take you, but first I gotta go through your dead friend's pockets. Unfortunately. Staff of Orselio Guardian. To all learned characteristics till the end of the navigator's next turn. Okay. Some armors. Deals damage to targets, weapon skill, and ballistic skills reduced by -5 for 2 rounds. 6 times? Dang. Okay, we'll let that guy over there. Okay, I think that's everything in here. If you're living in the cage, somebody still filled the trough with dried fruit and fresh water. There's nothing like secrety in here, is there? Oh yeah. Let's check the bed. See if anything pops. Find nothing so far. Darn. No secret. Can't find a secret. Alright, to the ship. I save it so in case something goes down. Oh wait, level up Cassie first. Just in case something's gone down, but down below. We want willpower, and then fellowship. Actually, let's go fellowship because everybody else is super low. Any sort of warp damage, the bonus damage stacks for each hit inflicted by the navigators up to 5 times. It's not bad. Maybe she should be the commander or whatever it's called, that one. Oh no, she's this one. Oh, she's the officer. Okay, yeah. Lots of bonus turns. So this could be beneficial. To the end of combat. Oh. Oh, that's really good. Willpower. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna go with that, I think, because just for the wounds alone. I don't like those moves, so. That is nice as well. That's also very good. I mean, yeah, but eh. Eh. Also very good. Eventually, we'll worry about these, but not yet. Back. Go with that one. This one's not tight enough. The other one's too tight, and this one doesn't. It keeps sliding down my face. Okay. I wonder if I should like open up the thing and have it read
Whenever the
so that
officer
there's
targets
something
an ally with an
being
action,
said.
an ability,
So I'm
or
reading,
attack,
so I can't
that
talk while
ally's
I'm reading.
resolve is increased by +1 until the end of the officer's next turn. This effect stacks and is prolonged until the end of the officer's next turn each time it stacks.
Oh, not bad. So does Inspire and Courage apply to this? Because then they get 10% every time they apply anything. Which would be super good. That's good. this is a really good one. The next officer archetype ability that does not grant an action will also affect her. I do plan on doing more turns, but she's not going to be attacking very often. Ooh, that's really good. Extra turn. Okay, she already has an extra turn. Ow. Sorry. Pretty good. I wouldn't mind another one of these, though. I think I want to go no respite for the bonus characteristics per turn, because I tend to give a lot of turns. We did fellowship last time, so let's do willpower this time. 60, 50. Okay. Let's see what I got for her. Alright, this is gonna hurt, but I need to sit up because now my back hurts. Oh, sorry, I'm just having a thing. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Every time the wire deals damage, the target's weapon skill and ballistic skill is reduced by -5 for 2 rounds. I mean, that could be good on me, I guess, actually. Because these are supposed to go to her, I believe. Oh, they're out of game. I mean, that makes sense to me. So I'll put these on. Or 15, 20, 45, 45, 15, 20. Okay. Who else would get benefit? I think her. Dodge penalty. What is this? $15, $20, $35, $35, $10, $15. Yeah, so this one's fine. Oh, she looks terrible, but what are you gonna do? Infusing, castigating. Enemies targeted by the network suffer a -5 penalty until the end of the game. I think infusing is better, but so yeah, infusing. Where'd hers go? I don't see her staff. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, that's the sanctions. Wait, can I use that? Oh, dude, I can use the staff. What am I doing? Hell yeah. I forgot I'm a psyker. But really, Cassie's stash just disappeared. Just vanished. Gave her this other one, and the other one, like, destroyed itself. Weird. Sorry. Pain. Why can't she use this? Can't be equipped because she's not proficient in heavy armor. I don't think anybody else is. Yeah, just him. Axe 5 to 7. But bleeding, that's why. The bleed. Well, I don't think I have anything that makes swords be better necessarily, but I think I already could apply bleed. Oh, the las pistol. I'm not using it. Ripper auto pistol is bad, and we'll come back to it. Can I throw? Nice. Come back to it. Come back to it. I have a dodge penalty though. 27, 20. So yeah, we'll forget about those. I'm missing a bunch of stuff. Like, where's all the skin samples and the... I think I actually did use all of them. Fire. The dead shot stub revolver is amazing. Oh, they're stacked, I see. They're on top of each other. The castigating. Hit chance, critical hit chance. That would be her. Anyway, madam. And then what was left? Just the las guns. Alright, so give him the auto. She's rocking that. Congo. She needs a better defensive capabilities. Can she use a shotgun? Yes, she can. Rate of, oh, it's only 4. I thought it was 10. Weapon skill is low, right? Yeah, 30. So I say shotgun, really. Makes more sense. She's already rocking what she should. Dira. Give her the auto pistol. You can get the snub nose. And yeah, that'll be it. I believe. Oh, these go on Cassie. Persuasion. And the blue gloves can go on Argent, I guess. Or Valor. And here it is. Everybody needs grenades. Oh, she's got a fire grenade. Okay, I think that's it. I don't see any other gear that looks important. No, everything's good. Adira, I don't know how I feel about with the sword. Because this thing's like, has the chainsaw emblem, so I don't know why she would need it. I should go with double pistols. But you can't shoot them at the same time anyway, so what's the point? Screw it, let's do it. Double pistol. Double pistols. Okay, I think we're good now. Yep. Save. To lower level. Yep, we're good. To the bridge.
Lord Captain, Lady Navigator, welcome aboard. The Sanctum Navis has been prepared for the communion ritual, but if the Lady Navigator wishes to rest in her quarters first.
Your heart starts beating furiously, your breaths come short and choppy, and your fingertips tingle unpleasantly. You notice that Vigdis is shivering slightly, and the crew are glancing around in puzzlement, searching for the source of this sudden wave of unease. Without even looking at the Vox Master, Kasha waves her away.
First I wish to speak with the rogue trader. Leave us. Oh, of course, when you are ready for the ritual, please let me know.
Kasha sweeps her pensive gaze over Vigdis, then, lowering her lashes slightly, turns to you. After a few seconds hesitation, Kasha lets out a small exhale, and then raises her pointed chin.
I have not yet thanked you for saving me on the station. My thoughts were clouded with so much mournful ash when Theobald's heart stopped, but you acted honorably and did not exploit me in my wretched position. And for that I am immeasurably grateful. I am also deeply grateful that you saved my servants, especially my valet. You've served on the station for more than 5 years, much longer than any who preceded him. He knows how to properly attend to me during journeys through the immaterium and what to serve me for breakfast. His presence envelopes me in a cloak of amber. But now,
Kasha throws
wrong
back
button.
her shoulders.
I am ready to go to the Sanctum Navis and perform the sacred rite. I require brushes, canvas, and the best paints you have on board. But no red.
Kasha nods and thanks.
I shall take my leave of you for the duration of the rite. I ask that you do not follow me, few can survive the gaze of my warp eye when it is opened. Lord Captain, I will oversee the open channel between the Lady Navigator and the bridge. And may the Emperor's light help us all.
We're not leaving, are we? We still have stuff to do here. We're not entering the warp. Oh, I swear. If we're entering the warp and leaving right now, I'm gonna be pissed. So that means I need to go all the way back.
Caster in the Sanctum Novice picks up the susurration of clothes, pious chanting, and the metallic clicking of implants. Then the serene voice of the Lady Navigator breaks the silence. Initiating communion ritual. Come here, you've. The exultant ring of metal freed from its scabbard. The low sob of the servant. The rhythmic drip of liquid on canvas. The faint whisper of the brush. Go. Footsteps hurrying away. I see violet vortexes lashing an ocean with a million flails, and umber shadows spinning over the surface in a fiery dance, a storm rising above foaming waters. Armadas drowning in fog, the path from one end to another cannot be seen. And here, beyond the wall of glass, a daughter forsaken by her father yearns for her brother. And the sun's pale disk goes in tireless pursuit of her? No, of me. Its frozen rays lie that spring is here. The light is deadened. The great ruler is gone. The Voxmaster recoils at Kasha's words and accidentally snaps one of the cogitator levers. The panel beneath her fingers emits sparks, and the Voxcaster falls silent. She quickly flips a series of switches and boss guiltily. My abject apologies for cutting off the broadcast, Lord Captain. I have never heard the warp speaking through a navigator before. The connection is restored now. It will not happen again. Soul-shredding screams drown out the Vox transmission. The servants in the Sanctum Novice are howling and shrieking like wild beasts, moaning in pain, their throats raw from the strain. And then, sudden silence. The dull thud of dropping bodies proclaims their fate.
Jeez.
It appears the servants were part of the Lady Navigator's rite. As it was for her predecessor. I will arrange for the bodies to be removed from the Sanctum Novice after the ritual, or what is left of them. Rogue traitor.
I should have asked her what it was about. I didn't realize.
Endless blackness has spread across the canvas, dividing what should be whole in two, and my sight cannot glimpse the light of the Emperor as clearly as before. I cannot turn around, my brush only draws me onward. The way is blocked. You hear a heavy exhale, rustling fabric, and metallic clicking. By the Emperor's grace, the ritual was successful. Your vessel's temperament presented a challenge, its cold steel grip did not allow me to breathe freely even for a second. It was as if the depths of the ship housed not only machine spirits, but something other. Now I will retreat to my chambers to recover my strength. Send for me if you have need of me. Lord Captain, congratulations on acquiring a navigator. Please spare me a few moments of your time, as there are several matters that require your attention. First of all, I wish to report on the condition of the station, Urak V. Had you opted to begin your visit to the Rykad system with a different destination, the station could have become critically unstable. Fortunately, the decision to immediately visit the representatives of the Novice Nobilite bought us precious time. We can either focus our efforts on disassembling the station and procuring technological components for our own vessel or attempt to save as many valuables as we can. As you command, Lord
Ow.
Captain.
I was hoping for like weapons or thrusters or something, not scrap.
With your permission, I would also like to remind you that we are still looking for an engine seer prime. Both the vessel and its machine spirits are in desperate need of oversight by an experienced tech priest. We are also missing some crew, and, much more importantly, we have not yet located Heinrichs van Kalix,
Yes.
the right hand of the Lord Inquisitor. Now we know for certain he was not at Urakvi, so we should keep this in mind when making any future plans. As it pleases you, Lord Captain.
Alright, there's nothing on Majoris. Your X5 done. Thunderfang is unimportant currently because we haven't upped anything. Oh yeah, but we can use scrap to upgrade the. Oh right. I think we're far away from them. Damn, I mean being attacked, but let's just up it just in case. We're up it twice. Great. Good stuff. Let's go to Raphilia first, because I think Minoris is where it finishes. Prison. Twoid.
Lord Captain, there is some commotion on the officer's deck. The Lady Navigator has left her quarters and is currently in the wardroom, where uninitiated crew members are shunning her in terror. Perhaps you should find out what has brought Kasha to the deck.
Lord Captain, my apologies. I did not notice your entrance. Oh, this. I found this fascinating read on one of the shelves, and I must say, it has caught my eye. Its every chapter is written in verse. I find it so beautiful and enrapturing. Urak 5 had a vast archive of its own, of course. Although most of the works within had to do with scholarly disciplines of some sort or another. Only in my sparse moments of respite was I allowed
You
to
can see me on the
into
screen.
pages of
That's
more
fine.
embellished works. One should not underestimate the navigators of House Orselio, Lord Captain. Like a shawl of pale smoke, a faint malaise hangs upon my shoulders, but it will not be the slightest hindrance to my duty to humanity, and my duty to you. There are people on this ship who are far more impulsive and dangerous to others, and far less devoted to the God Emperor than a herald of the Navis Nobilite. But I did not need your words to see the shades of umber unease that whirl around your subjects whenever I am near. Were I not acquainted with such a reaction, I could have found their behavior and your question just now insulting. No, it is not that at all, Lord Captain. It is just that Uwe is quite capable of carrying out his duties by himself. He is well accustomed to my whims and preferences.
Kasha cringes ever so slightly, adjusts the adornment on her forehead, then awkwardly hides her clawed fingers in the folds of her clothes. The unnatural appearance of navigators often becomes the topic of gossip among lowly servants and officers alike. It is unsurprising, then, that Kasha prefers the company of one who is used to how she looks.
Lord Captain, would you kindly explain to me why you are pestering me with these questions? Inquiring about my mood and my needs, showing an interest in the books I am enjoying. You are behaving as if you possessed a shred of fellow feeling for one such as I. I beg your pardon, Lord Captain. That was no way for a navigator to conduct herself.
Mm. And it is just as natural to share. I don't know what's right. I think she gets like offended if you do that because it's too straightforward.
Please forgive me. I cannot even understand myself.
Oh god, I hate when I hit the G keys. I never know what they're gonna do.
Words and attention have reminded me of life on the station, of Theobald and Felek. I do not understand. They were merely the keepers of Urak 5. So, why do memories of those two make me feel a strange heaviness here? At the same time, I find myself overwhelmed with new excitement and anticipation. At last, I have set foot outside my familiar walls and into a world that I have only seen before in the pages of books. Your ship alone is a treasure trove of remarkable artifacts and curiosities. And just imagine the things that await beyond, but... my delight must seem childish to you, surely. In your heart, you must be finding all this quite amusing.
Yeah, too forward for her. Oh, that's more forward, so. Yeah.
Words like that, Lord Captain, could easily be misconstrued. You should familiarize yourself with some of the works in your library to learn the appropriate manner of conversing with a lady.
Yeah, and then that has the rules.
Struggling to maintain an expression of polite indifference, Kasha covers her burning face and swiftly exits the room.
Alright, peace out, Cassie. So did I fail that or did I initiate that?
An admirer who seeks the favor of a refined lady is well advised to maintain pointed courtesy and finesse in his every deed. An honorable admirer will never defile a noble lady's ears with crude or indecent words, and neither will he allow himself conduct that could besmirch her honor and dignity. Above all, the admirer should remember that a relationship begins with the right choice of words. Shower your lady with compliments that will accentuate her finest qualities without putting her in a position of discomfort. A word chosen elegantly and spoken with genuine warmth may bring about a change in the lady's eyes as she looks upon you. Once your interaction has grown more intimate, always be sure to remember the simple rules of etiquette. For example, should the lady drop her handkerchief, the deepest expression of sympathy for her would be to perform the following gesture: pick up the handkerchief, wait a brief moment, then bring the handkerchief to your lips and touch it lightly before returning it to the lady. This noble gesture will assure the lady of the seriousness of your intentions. Remember that the flower bud of true feelings takes time to blossom. Patience, loyalty, and impeccability in adhering to the decorums of the nobility is key to earning the lady's favorable disposition.
I remember ending up like failing the Cassie romance, and then when Kaibala and then Kaibala Green Street was like, I'm in charge of my cult now, so I don't need you, and I was like, oh, cool, good thing I didn't put you there or anything. We'll see how things go this time. I don't know who you can. I know you can do. What's his name? Van Ryck, or why can I not think of his name? The other Secker guy. I know he's a romanceable one, but I doubt you can do Abelard. Is there nothing else in here? Doesn't appear so. Just the book. Unless I could have discovered something which I didn't look for. Huh. I might have to go check on the dog here in a second. I think he's outside without being monitored barking and just give it a second. Don't necessarily have to go down. Let's see. Alright, let's go talk to Cassie again. She's this way. Cassie, right there. Oh, I'm way off now. Now you, Uma. Okay, yeah, I gotta go check on him. I'll be back in a few minutes. Hopefully nothing gets in my way, so goodbye.
enjoyed.
Lord Captain, sorry to disturb you. Vigdis pauses, as if listening to something. It's pandemonium outside the bridge gate. One of the officers seems to be demanding an audience with you in person. I think I hear Master Verserian's voice. In any case, I wanted to warn you in advance. The everyday sounds of the bridge are disrupted by voices raised in anger, Abelard's voice the loudest of all.
This is not the conduct of an officer. These are the antics of a highborn brat out on a lark. Explain yourself, Lieutenant.
The young woman standing before Abelard strives with all her might not to quail under the onslaught of her superior's anger. She falters but then manages to look him in the eye and say,
I apologize, sir. But I must speak to the Lord Captain. Very well, Lieutenant. You may address the Lord Captain, not least because I see you have already seen fit to disturb her. Your unauthorized appearance on the bridge and display of belligerence toward a higher-ranking officer will be logged on your personal file without delay. Lord Captain. Lieutenant Avrilla Vent, requesting permission to speak.
Vent falls silent, and then adds rashly,
On a matter of extreme importance and urgency. I am sorry, Lord Captain. I thought that drastic times called for drastic measures. This matter cannot wait. Any minute now, an assault unit will be dispatched to the lower decks on orders to crush the workers' strike by any means necessary. But I am convinced that this step is unwarranted, and that the crisis itself was provoked by the actions of one of the senior officers.
Vent is almost trembling with tension as she delivers her speech, her face extremely pale. Abelard, in no hurry to intervene, lets out a skeptical huff. He glances at Sourback, who is standing not far from him, but she maintains a stony expression.
Lord Captain. I urge you to investigate the actions of Seneschal Verserian. And to intervene in what's happening on the lower decks, because very soon we will have a mutiny or a massacre on our hands.
Vent reels off the last words as though she knows them by heart. She has clearly been preparing to say them for some time. When she is finished, she casts an anxious glance at Abelard, then at you.
I would not deem it a problem worthy of the rogue trader's attention. The lower decks, as it so happens, are in revolt. 30-some years ago, we even had a revolutionary leader rise up who dared to establish workers' rule across the entire ship. It took a month to restore order, but even 8 years later, we were still battling rumors that the hero had survived his execution and was on the verge of gathering people to fight against tyranny once more.
Abelard scoffs.
Needless to say,
Oh, and this was off the whole time. My bad.
as for the
God, I
current
thought I turned it back on, but I
situation,
didn't.
we have sufficient
And now I gotta
workers
let the
to
dog
do
back out.
On this ship, the word
But
of the
not
Lord
this time.
Captain carries more weight than a salvo from 100 bolters. I'm sure that if the rogue trader addresses the malcontents directly, she will quell the unrest. I dread to think what problem you will disturb the rogue trader with next. Perhaps you will ask the Lord Captain to break up brawls in the mess room. I have already given you the means to resolve this problem, you simply need to use them. If I may, your ladyship, sending a hit squad to crush the rebellion is a means of ignoring the problem, not solving it. I shall explain.
Abelard intones grimly.
I beg you to hurry. Time is running out. I will not hurry, since my competence is under scrutiny. I shall speak for as long as I see fit. There is an established order to the way things are done on this ship, and one of the pillars of that system is that the rogue trader's attention is not distracted by trivial matters. It is the Seneschal's role to ensure that. I have always handled internal problems myself, so, of course, when I received information about cultists hiding on the lower decks, I took the matter in hand. So long as I live, not one of the vermin who murdered Theodora von Valancius will find refuge on her ship.
Seems fair.
You were far too heavy-handed, Seneschal Versirian. Arrests, interrogations, mass punishments for entire sectors, it has driven the people to the brink.
Vent says bitterly.
Now there is a strike on the lower decks, in Depot 4, to be precise. 3 worker clans are involved, but many more are passively supporting them. The situation could degenerate into an all-out insurrection. But when I reported my concerns, the only response I received was an order to dispatch an assault unit and crush the strike with maximum force. Depot 4 is one of the poorest sectors on the lower decks. It is home to clans of general laborers. They are not as valuable to the ship as the families who have served its specialized systems for generations. They are an easily replaceable resource, and one which is now, more besides, giving succor to cultists and minions of the archenemy. Depot 4 is poor and troubled. But at worst that means drunken fights and illegal rotgut brewing. We have handled the workers of Depot 4 in the past. We would have done so again, if the crackdown on Depot 4 hadn't been so harsh. And another important point to bear in mind, the problem is not limited to the sector. It is located on one of the most populated lower decks, and everything that happens there has a knock-on effect on all the neighboring sectors. The situation could boil over at any minute, so I'll give you the condensed version. It all began when the enforcers found a cultist amulet on the body of someone who'd been killed in a drunken brawl. We reported it up the chain immediately, arranged for a cleansing rite to be performed, and opened an investigation. No heretics have been found alive. But the search has brought tensions between enforcers and workers to a head.
What does that do? Nothing. Okay.
I see no need to add anything. I acted within the remit of my authority, guided exclusively by the best interests of your protectorate and your personal safety. If you wish to confirm the rectitude of my actions for yourself, I have no objections. For my part, I urge the Lord Captain to go down to the lower decks, stop the assault unit, and speak directly to the people. You will see that they are not lying, or harboring heretics. That way, you will stop the uprising before it begins. Lord Captain, unlike Lieutenant Bent, I respect the chain of command and realize that it is not within my right to challenge my superiors.
Sourback boss her head in Abelard's direction. However, a moment later, a serpentine smile appears on her lips.
That being said, while I entirely share Master Versirian's opinion on what fate Depot 4 deserves, I must note that this insubordination is a direct consequence of practices that he himself has introduced. Mistress Sourback, I see you have decided to follow the lieutenant's example after all. Such behavior does you no credit. The ship's regulations state that the Master-at-Arms is responsible for resolving all matters related to the ship's enforcers. And yet it is no secret that the Seneschal has a tendency to show partiality. Those enforcers and officers whom he has deemed particularly promising are at times given permission to approach him for tutelage.
I'm cool with that.
I cannot deny Master Versirian's experience and insight. The Seneschal has a record of fostering students who have indeed achieved much and demonstrated impeccable performance. However, extending such patronage over the head of their immediate superior encourages disregard for hierarchy among your ladyship's servants. Today, an enforcer goes to the Seneschal to report an order from the Master-at-Arms that they happen to disagree with. Tomorrow, they will go to the Lord Captain to object to the Seneschal's order. I notice a pattern in these actions. Mistress Auerbach, can you recall an occasion where I would encourage an officer to disobey their superior? Or one where I would overrule their order? Or show favoritism to those who merited none? None, Seneschal, for there have been no such cases in the entire time I have served aboard this ship. If anyone were to claim otherwise, I would have them pay for insulting your honor with blood. Your conduct in this regard have always been spotless. Nevertheless, given your eminent position, a simple show of attention on your part is enough to erode the propriety of junior officers, inflate their sense of self-importance, and undermine discipline. That you distinguish some of them and know them by name is tantamount to walking around the officers' deck handing out gifts to officers who have caught your eye. It fills those you set apart with ambition and audacity, makes them stand out among the rest. Enforcers are meant to be faceless servants, fighters ready to die, their fate entrusted to their commander and no one else. That is the sole foundation of order. Evidently, my officers are anything but a shining example of unity and adherence today. I have only myself to blame, I suppose. Throne preserve you, Lord Captain. I thank you for your support.
Abelard grits his teeth slightly.
An enterprise bordering on the sophomoric, but please yourself, Lord Captain. However, I categorically insist that I escort you. Lord Captain, I regret that the enforcers were unable to handle the situation, which then led to your and the Seneschal's involvement. I consider it my duty to go to depot for myself and see to the expedient resolution of this incident.
Okay. Take A, everybody. Kill him.
Abelard reflexively wipes the sweat from his brow in a startlingly human gesture, and a telling one, a rare moment where he allows his age and weariness to show through his armor-like veneer of self-assurance.
The lower decks are a source of endless problems. Sometimes I dearly regret that we cannot replace all the locals with servitors. Of course they were. The organization,
Damn it, hit the wrong one again.
routine life of the ship rests upon my shoulders. The mountain of challenges and problems from which I endeavor to insulate you, Lord Captain. The situation on the lower decks has been a cause for concern, and I have intervened personally on more than one occasion. That must be why they remember me. They do not know your face. To them, you are akin to a creature of legend, one who has stood on the steps of the golden
And
throne,
Theodore was.
no
I'm
less.
new.
Whereas
I'm new, I don't know what to do.
attached to every order docking rations or lowering a base heater. They would not have the chance to express such disrespect if we were not here, and if the situation had been dealt with by the relevant officers.
Abelard grimaces.
It is a junior officer's worst failing, to pass problems up the chain of command. I have never been able to abide it. I shall say it again, it was a mistake to come here. I must admit that the lieutenant is by no means the worst material for an officer.
Abelard adds peevishly.
But, in the name of Tira, the girl is the same age as my eldest great-granddaughter. And she has the gall to tell me how to manage the lower decks and hunt down cultists. It will be another 20 years at least before she can be trusted to act.
Alright, I remember the valves.
I still do not see our purpose in coming here.
Relax, old man. Going for a stroll on the lower decks every once in a while is good for you. Lets you see how the simple folk live.
The sounds of a heated discussion reverberate through the ship's base. Lieutenant Avril Event of the ship's enforcers is barring the path of her superior, Master-at-Arms Jocasta Sauerbach, who has arrived clad in armor. Judging by their expressions and tone, the standoff has dragged on for some time already and has now reached boiling point.
Lieutenant Vent, my patience is wearing thin. I have given you an order. Now get out of my way. I cannot comply with that order, ma'am.
Vent looks shaken, but there is fire in her eyes.
This is my deck and my sector. So long as this area remains under the Lord Captain's special oversight, no action can be taken without my express permission. There are only 3 people who are authorized to make me stand down, the first officer, the rogue trader, and the Emperor himself. So not all my lessons fall on deaf ears.
Abelard mutters in crabby approval. He does not clarify whether he means Vent, Sourback looming over her, or both.
Your ladyship?
Noticing you, the 2 officers snap to attention and salute, their subordinates following suit a moment later.
Your ladyship, my people have locked down the bay where the strikers are, including their leaders. We have the situation under control as far as resources allow. Under control, Lieutenant. I came here to lead an investigative unit, and what do I see? The rabble is on the verge of mutiny. There is nothing to investigate, this simply calls for immediate repressions and firing squads. And you, Vent, are a step away from facing charges yourself.
Abelard's mouth twists, but he restrains himself and says nothing.
Right you are, Lord Captain. Allow me to wish you good luck.
Hope gleams in Lieutenant Vent's eyes.
Let's handle this in a surprisingly vicious way. What do we discover? I see nothing. Frenzy. Oh, an additional attack per turn. I think they're over there, I believe. Can't click on the valves yet. You've seen it for a second. It like pops right there. Oh no, it's the guy. Lower deck rabble. Rabble, rabble, rabble. Alright, let's do this.
A dozen pairs of eyes stare apprehensively at you. The people before you are typical inhabitants of the lower decks. You take in their simple clothing, crude weapons, and faces that display varying levels of mutation, from the barely discernible, to the strange.
Considering the situation in the country, this is not necessarily the most apt situation to have to take part in, because I'm going to do what I disagree with, but just because I'm the role player. But
crowd, and you detect a mixture of fear, astonishment, and joy in their reactions. Finally, 3 people break away from the crowd, an elderly woman and 2 men. These must be the leaders. They bow clumsily before you.
Lord Captain. You have come down to us. Here's an explanation for you. The people have been pushed to their limit, and now they're lashing out. As if we don't know why these top deck units are being sent down here, like that one there that the lieutenant won't let past. Our clans are all inside the bay that's been sealed off. But the lower decks are big. I'm sure there are some people who've had just about enough. We're getting it from all sides. The soldiers have encircled the ones who've risen up. A death squad has just arrived. It's no wonder folks are lashing out.
Their words seem sincere to you. Their body language and the glances traded between them reveal that the news of the attack has shocked them.
Striking. That's news to us, your ladyship.
Says a tall, thin man in worker's garb.
All we're doing is asking questions, saying what we think. Shut up, Ribbit.
Snaps the old woman, who turns her hostile dark eyes on you.
Here's the deal, your ladyship. Your damned enforcers are all over us down here. They say they're looking for cultists, one wrong word and they're reaching for their batons. If they want to punish someone, they turn off the heating to hold base for a week at a time, so we get sick and freeze. In my clan, 2 little ones died from inflammation in their lungs, all because of those enforcers.
The old woman spits on the floor and rubs at the spittle with the toe of her worn-out shoe. Argenta does not interrupt the workers, but you see the sadness well in her eyes when the children's deaths are mentioned. She quietly whispers a requiem prayer and makes a sign over herself.
It's all true. Bent is the only enforcer officer who stood up for us. It's clear as day who had a mother from the lower decks, and who grew up amidships and has no fellow feeling toward us.
The grim man with a scarred face throws up his arms.
Your ladyship, we're no villains here, we're honest workers, your servants. We plotted no disorder, we went on strike openly, and now we've got guns pointed at us. All we're doing is asking to be allowed to work in peace, without being harassed. Occultist amulet. What's that? The guga they found on the dead drunkard?
The
If it was
guga.
something evil or forbidden, we sure didn't know. The enforcers just said they were looking for heretics among us, and anyone obstructing their investigation would be punished. But how could there be heretics here? We know our own people, there have been no new faces around. Definitely not. And if there were, we'd be the first to report them. And as for this amulet, or whatever it is, they took it off a dead body. There are no cultists still breathing in our sector, that's for sure. But when that fight broke out, some enterprising folks looted the bodies. The boots they came back with, nobody's ever tread these decks in boots so fine, I can tell you that. Seems to me these cultists have better commanders than us. Oh, yeah. Those boots really were fine. And there was no harm in taking them, right? As for the amulet, it must have been pocketed by someone who didn't know any better. We don't need any amulets around here. We all worship the Emperor, and when we're working we bow down before the machine spirits of the large and small transformers and the servo motor, the same way my grandfather was taught 100 years ago by a tech priest who came calling. Believe us, your ladyship, we are people of faith. Naive children. Weren't you taught from an early age about the dangers of the archenemy's creations? Weren't you warned that any unfamiliar object could be one of them? We were told, Holy Sister. But it was long ago. The last time we saw a confessor in our sector, it was just after I'd had my third little one. That is regrettable. But you cannot lay the burden of leading a righteous life on the shoulders of the Holy Fathers. Who will you blame when beasts crawl out of those amulets you stole from the heretics? The Holy Father who was not there, or the scavenger who brought evil down on himself and his neighbors? I authorized the use of all necessary measures to locate Chaos worshippers hiding in the sector. The specific steps taken by the officers were not reported to me.
Abelard frowns, clearly disgruntled at having to explain himself in the workers' presence.
Nevertheless, I am certain that their actions were justified. Cultists are no drunken stevedores, they are the enemy and a threat to the ship. Neutralizing them demands decisive action. The rabble understands only one language, Lord Captain, that of violence. As per regulations, should the laborers persist in their unwillingness to cooperate, the next step is limiting air supply and cutting off water, which is almost certain to restore order. The peasants can grumble all they want, but in the end, they are the source of their own misery. All they have to do is bow their heads and fall in line, and the need for punitive measures will disappear. Would you look at this, the exalted Lord Captain herself is asking us bilge-rats what we want. Well, here's what, we want you to rein in your damned enforcers, to quit turning off the heat, and to stop battering everything that moves. No, that's not it. We want the enforcers gone from here, and we want to be armed. Give us arms, and we'll govern ourselves, we'll defend ourselves if these cultists do show their faces. I've been leader of my clan for 20 years now, getting rid of these club-wielding thugs can only improve things around here. You've gone too far, old man. They'll never let the maggots on the lower decks live without the enforcers breathing down their necks. They probably even insist on enforcers on the upper decks too. As for weapons, what do we need them for? Before the first day's out, we'll have someone shooting their neighbor out of stupidity or drunkenness. We don't need that, if the enforcers stop hassling us, that'll be enough. In return, we'll find the scavengers who robbed the cultists' bodies, and we'll talk to them, one lower decker to another. If there are any more of those damned amulets about, we'll hand them over to the enforcers ourselves. You speak for yourself and your clan, and I'll speak for me and mine. I don't want empty gestures, I want real change. They'll promise us the world now, but as soon as the anointed one turns her back, these brutes will be on us even harder than before. All because we dared to speak out?
The tall worker's eyes dart between the two arguing leaders. Every few seconds, he opens his mouth as if planning to agree, but each time he falls silent, simply making a few vague noises of approval.
Withdraw on from the sector and you will be given weapons. Let's see how you cope governing yourselves and what difference it makes.
The tall
Nice.
worker they call Rivet shrugs and casts a sidelong look at the old woman.
Old Nan, listen. Listen. The Lord Captain herself has come down to us and is offering concessions. And I don't know a single person in the whole of Depot 4 who's ever stood next to the rogue trader, let alone talk to them. Back down, now's no time for you to be a stubborn old crone. Listen to us, Old Nan. The 3 clans of Depot 4 ought to act as one. We've made our minds up, it's your turn to decide. Don't ask them to disband the enforcers or give us weapons, we don't need any of that.
The old woman hisses in dissatisfaction.
You two are ganging up on me, is that it? So brave you are against an old woman. But I'll shut up. I will, indeed. I won't go against 2 clan leaders on my own. If you want to make peace with the enforcers, make your peace. That's great, just fantastic. Lord Captain, we're all agreed. The story about going scavenging for boots and accidentally picking up a heretical amulet doesn't convince me. These people were moments away from rebelling and, possibly, becoming minions of the archenemy. We must not give them what they want. Even if they did acquire something innocently, purely out of their own stupidity, that doesn't. What begins as petty thievery can turn into a far graver problem. I have seen it before.
Abelard's face darkens momentarily.
In my second war, there was a sergeant in the Imperial Guard regiment that was stationed nearby. The sergeant took an ordinary pocket knife from the body of a heretic, and his whole unit lost their lives for it. When they finally managed to break into the barracks, they found not a single survivor, only the pocket knife, which had grown through all the rows of beds like a metal choking vine. So, when it comes to scavengers, malcontents, strikers, or whatever they'll turn into next, my verdict is simple, give them no quarter. Your ladyship, thank you. You have not abandoned us lower deckers. You came yourself and settled everything. I'll tell my grandchildren about this. Of course, your ladyship. We'll root out any nasty business faster than the enforcers, and we'll leave no stone unturned.
Here's the one I can turn. You have to get farther into it, maybe. I thought this was the one you started with. It's that one. Nope. You have to get farther into the game before you can actually start the wheel turning. Or is it that one? Oh, there's only one down here. I thought there was none there. That one? No. That one? Nope. Nope. We already went in there. Guess we just can't start it yet. Oh, what about that one? Nope. Oh.
Stopping unexpectedly, Abelard imperiously dismisses the unit to stand at a distance, and addresses your other companions, saying,
I have an urgent matter.
Abelard looks at you, and his last vestiges of restraint vanish.
You kowtowed to the disloyal rabble. You believed their lies and showed them leniency. Next time the ship is attacked by cultists, that rabble will welcome them in with open arms and allow them to wreak whatever havoc they like, because they see you as a weak leader. Is that how you see your future at the helm of the Von Valancius Protectorate? I would have handled the situation myself had you not decided to intervene.
Abelard says irascibly.
Remember Lord Captain Theodora. Do you think she ever set one slippered foot on the lower decks? No, she did not. Such matters were left to myself and the junior officers while she dedicated herself to her grand designs for the Protectorate, as any true strategist and rogue trader ought.
Abelard looks at you, stunned, and exhales loudly. Then he nods curtly.
I commend your decisiveness, but I am uncomfortable with introducing new protocols in the midst of a crisis. And
Abelard stands straight at attention.
I lost my temper, Lord Captain. And I believe I ought to explain myself.
Abelard speaks slowly, the words not coming easily to him.
The prosperity of the von Valencius Protectorate is not just an empty phrase to me. I left the Imperial Navy for the chance to see it flourish. It was the most momentous decision of my life. I did it because I saw in Lord Captain Theodora's deeds the sign of true greatness. Rogue traders do not simply forge new routes and capture worlds, they create order out of anarchy. That creative impulse was entirely lacking during my time in the military.
Ah, I thought there was actually. It's just Stream Boo again. It's always
So I
Stream Boo.
left behind everything I had known, everything my family had known. I come from a long line of officers, and I embarked upon this incredibly reckless venture. Lord Captain Theodora entrusted me with all the concerns she had no time for. She would go off on her flagship for long periods, to distant frontiers, on scouting voyages, and the advancement of the entire protectorate rested on my shoulders. And then suddenly, everything that had been built over years and years began to quake, rattling like a flimsy hanger on a seismically active world. One of the senior officers betrayed us all, the rogue trader was killed, and who knows what is happening on the planets. I tell you this honestly, without fear of appearing weak. All this has come as a grievous blow to me. I am not panicking or grieving because I cannot allow myself to panic or grieve. I am duty-bound to aid the new rogue trader, to aid you, to find your footing as quickly as possible. And to do that, I must insulate you from problems that in the past have been dealt with by tried and tested procedures set out in the ship's regulations. Procedures that were established long ago and have functioned smoothly for decades cannot suddenly be deemed excess to requirements.
It's just.
Abelard solemnly inclines his head.
Yes, Lord Captain.
After a moment's silence, he adds, looking at you with interest.
Your resolve is admirable and demonstrates strong leadership. I shall remember this moment, should my old habits ever begin to creep back in. And now, please, let us leave the lower decks. If the rogue trader desires to stretch her legs, there are far more suitable places.
I think that went well. I didn't want the old lady to be like, nah, fuck her, screw it, and just blast her, but I feel like that all went too smoothly. You know, I need a little bit of shake up. Does not apply to reality. Level up. I don't know how often you level on this one. It does take a while, but to get through it all. There's a lot to consider. More agility, probably. 45. How's a weapon skill, not ballistic skill? 50, 45, 45, 45, 50. Initiative, dodge, change, and reaction. Okay. Weapon skills, crit chance. This is the flat damage. I think I was looking at the wrong number, actually. This is Abelard's 40. Where's mine? 45 up there. Also affects the athletic skill. This is wounds. So it's the carouse. I don't know if I just did carouse or coerce.
Toughness,
But how big is my...
TGH, defines how easily a character can shrug off pain, as well as how easily they can resist toxins, poisonous environments, diseases, and other physical ailments. It increases the chance of resisting negative physical effects and the amount of a character's wounds. For each point of a toughness bonus, Characters gain plus 10% wounds. It also affects the carouse skill.
I don't know. All these are good. 50 and 50. Well, weapon skill and willpower are both 50. Agility. Strength. I kind of want to do strength because I'm thinking about going large. I kind of want to do pistol sword actually, but my weapon skill, I mean, ballistic skill is not high enough, so maybe just double swords and the staff. Now I'm doing that, then willpower and weapon skill, agility, strength are the most important. Probably going to be a glass cannon-ish. But as a blade dancer, we should heal, so that's fine. And I don't think this is going to apply too much to my biomancy. So, strength. Now agility. Nah. I mean, the dodging is nice, but it doesn't increase my damage anyway, where both these potentially and definitely does. Brr, I don't know. Let's go weapon skill again for the crit chance. Blade in his hand. Agility bonus. Oh. Well, I'm also not sure if I want to use swords because I like the idea of the axes that cause bleed. Used. To be weapon skill, not willpower. Critical damage. If their weapon skill is higher, the blade dancer deals critical damage and can use med kits as if med kits still advance on my feature talent. I mean, cool, but it's 5%. So I can go with 15. I'm gonna do 3 at least, but it only counts as 1, so it's just for the turn. By toughness and attacker's melee critical chance. Okay. Most likely not going to use Veil of Blades, so. And 10 toughness on combat. Wait, is it any heal? Oh, that's actually really good because it looks like I'm going to be healing a lot because of the poison. Where was that? I want to see what it does exactly. The attacker sacrifices not poison enemies, then deals 3 toxic damage at the start of each of the enemy's turns. So what is healing me? I got healed for some reason before. That's just the ability. I don't know what healed me. It only works with swords. Okay, so I will be using swords. Bummer. I don't know where that heal is coming from. Something. I think this would be really good because if it just stacks my toughness over, I think that's actually really good. I was getting healed for something. That's really good. Because then I can just stack agility. Get a little of both. But this bonus toughness is really good, but I was kind of expecting to be a glass cannon. And Kaibala will most likely be the two-handed sword. 2. I think I'm gonna go with this one, honestly. But also that eventually, but there's different level ups for that. Yeah, see, not swords, darn. This is my psyker stuff. Kind of want to get some force blades and use those. See, look, man, that could stack, like, these temporary wounds don't stack, okay, but could maintain it. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go with this one. Ding. It's about time. I do want to finish leveling everybody up, but it takes a long time to do it. He will be toughness again because he's supposed to just survive. That would be good. Okay. See, that's really strong. How long does this last? I don't know how long brace for impact lasts. Oh, it's right here, isn't it? Oh, where is it? Is it? No. Cancel. Features. Yes, accept. Brace for impact. Origin talents. For 1 round. Oh. It's only 1 round? That's stupid. I mean, I get it, but... So we're not going to do that ability. This. And so screw all those. It's only 1 round. Machine weapon expert would give 4 maximum damage. Not enough. So it could be good. I don't really know what I want. More toughness, just double toughness. Yeah, screw it. Let's do it. She will probably take a while to choose everything through here, so let's go back here. See if she's going to take a while too. What? Okay. Ballistic skill. Perception. Reduces enemy dodge chance against characters' attacks, so that would be good. But agility though. Dodge reduction, right? Yeah, dodge reduction. Melee flame and meta attacks against demons. Psychers deal in addition 16. permanently increased by 1? Like each time she uses it, her resolve will go up by 1? Is that what that means? I do like that, but 3% is pretty low. What's it based off of? Agility? Willpower. Okay, she's not going to have much willpower, so. So let's move on. She's going to need... heavy weapon proficiency. Requires strength value by 25, which is really good. Because her strength is low. I don't know, actually. I do like the Emperor Protects, but it's only 3%. And it's off willpower. I don't feel like she needs any of these necessarily. She will need Lord Xeno. Well, she doesn't necessarily need it, but... let's go with characteristic and go with ballistic skill again, just so she has a high ballistic skill. Wait. Cassie will take probably a while to get everything. Yeah, she's got a lot to choose from. Never mind, not that bad. So now he's resolve by 3 until the end of combat. If the target is under effective voice command, they will start their next turn with 1 additional action point. It's super good. That's pretty good. What is that scaling off of? Fellowship, that could be beneficial then. That's cool. Additionally, the damage from this attack cannot be reduced below 42%. See, I don't really care for much of these. This one is pretty good, though, for the resolve. So these are abilities, okay. So Waking Nightmares, the circle. Not bad. I don't care about those, but you need those for good stuff, so. I can't remember which one is which. That's pretty good. Let's just go with this one, because the bonus resolve is good. And we get more of this, so good. Veil of Protection. Oh, well, that would be good. Also very good. Devastating Parameter. No. No. Dang, I kind of want this strange vitality. But let's go with that one because the bonus armor for everybody. So, emails or messages? Emails or messages? Come on. Oh my God. I think it's just Discord messages. Might as well finish her. So, joint analysis. Hmm. 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 They're very great. But these are, so you gotta get the other ones for this, so. I don't want them to move to the side. This would be good on me. Sensory deprivation, I remember being good though. Or I could get a new thing. Let's just go sensory deprivation. And 35 logic. 38. Lower warp is 40. Logic, techies. We're gonna go lower warp because that's her thing. Okay. We're done for the night. So we have gear to equip, which is a big old no, it appears. Yep. Alright, so if somebody's there or if somebody watches this, please feel free. And I'd appreciate any YouTube, Twitch, whatever you're watching it on, to increase viewers. That would be great. Like likes and subscriptions and all that. I would really appreciate that. Anything would be cool at all. So, I'm gonna hop off. Be back on Friday. Sorry, I'm not very talkative. Just been silent since at least. I don't like when it's quiet. I can't. I'm so preoccupied with the silence that I don't really talk as much. I was doing way better in the beginning when I started streaming, but now I'm getting more self-conscious. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm taking it too seriously. I don't know. So yeah, I'll be back Friday. Send you to the screen. I'm out screen. Because I keep getting messages too, and I don't know what's going on. Quit moves. Boop 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 boop. Alright, I'm gonna send you to the screen and I'll be out of here. Thanks, Stream Booth, for always being here. So, no, I guess so. Alright, peace out.